Hello everyone, this is Tarun here. I am the Customer Success Engineer at Omoto and I am your host for today's webinar. We at Omoto are on a mission to help you achieve raving fans for your business. As per a recent study conducted by Vision Critical, by 2020, customer experience will overtake process, pricing, product as key brand differentiator. And Omoto will help you stay on top of this race. Omoto is an omni-channel feedback management system used across various industries such as financial services, healthcare, retail, etc. Few of your customers have seen their customer experience shoot up by up to 300% since they started using Omoto. Omoto can be divided into three parts: communication, action, and analysis. Communication is all about reaching out to your customers for their feedback. You can reach out to them via various channels such as tablet, SMS with URL, and email. Omoto also helps you in taking action on the feedback received. Omoto follows a multi-level escalation which will help you close loop on the feedback received. It also enables you to take action while you're on the move. Analysis is all about slicing and dicing the feedback received, understand drivers, and observe trends. Also, daily and weekly summary emails are sent to your inbox which will help you stay up to date with the feedback. Let's first understand how to collect feedback. Here is an SMS with URL which is sent to the customer. An unique URL is attached with each SMS so that the customer doesn't have to enter his details. Customer can give his feedback in three simple steps. As soon as the URL is clicked, he is asked to rate his experience, followed by the reason for the score, the verbatim comment, and the thank you page. Next comes email feedback. Email body in itself is the first step in the feedback. As soon as the customer clicks on the score, he is taken to a different page on a different browser window asking for the reason for his score, followed by the verbatim comment and the thank you page. Tablet-based feedback work in the similar fashion. Tablets can be kept as kiosks near receptions and other areas where the customers can enter their feedback voluntarily. Tablet apps can also be integrated with your CRMs to fetch customer details and further simplifies the feedback collection process. Now let's understand about action. A real-time feedback notification is sent to the user or the respective stakeholder in the organization whenever a negative feedback is received. An issue is assigned to the respective stakeholder and these issues follow a specific workflow. Also, these issues can be accessed via your mobile device. So they are mobile compatible and hence can be used while you're on the move. Omoto also enables role-based view. Every individual has their own view of the issues assigned to them. They can run through the list of issues assigned to them and update them on the very same screen. Omoto also helps you analyze the feedback that you've received. You can slice and dice the feedback data that you've received against various parameters and date range, and it also helps you understand the root cause of these issues. Now let's understand how to use the web app. This is the login screen where your credentials are entered and logged in. Once you've logged in, you would see the home screen which shows the overall CSAT or NPS score of the organization. You would find the breakup of the CSAT or NPS scores below, where the customers have rated you differently. Here is the last 7 days trend. When navigated horizontally, you would first find the latest 3 feedbacks received, the total number of feedbacks received, and the total number of promoters out of them, the total number of issues in the organization as per the status. And if we scroll one level down, we would see the recently assigned issues to you and total issues which need your attention. And if we go one level further down again, we would find the top 3 reasons for happy customers and unhappy customers. These reasons are collated since the very moment feedback started flowing into Omoto. Now let's understand how to analyze the feedback received. First, click on the hamburger menu, which is placed on the top right corner of the screen. You would find the list of menu items here. And out of them, every report after NPS overview report is everything related to your analysis. Now, quickly let's understand what these NPS overview and by segment mean. In all your overview reports, you would find the date period on the x-axis, whereas in your by segment reports, you would find various parameters in the x-axis. Now let's understand how to use the NPS overview report. Once I click on the NPS overview report, I would be taken to the NPS overview screen where I would see the data for the last 7 days by default. Now we can quickly change the date period by choosing any custom date which we require. Once we choose the date period, we would see the list of feedbacks received for that particular date range. Now we can switch the view over to weekly or monthly by clicking on these radio buttons available here. The options towards the right are your filters. You can also switch over between bar graph view and table view by clicking on this icon here. If you want to see a feedback for a specific date or a specific week, you can click on that particular week. You can see the NPS for that particular week. For week starting from 26th February, you can see the list of feedbacks received and the comments given by the customers. You can also filter it down further by viewing only detractors by clicking on the detractor bubble, or if you want to view only promoters, you can click on the promoter bubble, and you can see the list of feedbacks under that particular section. Let's suppose you want to see the comment placed by this particular customer. You can just hover your mouse over this particular bubble and you will see the comment placed by the customer. In case you want to see all the comments in one single place, you can click on this comment bubble here and you can see all the comments placed by the customers under that particular section. Now let's quickly switch it over to the bar graph view and let's filter this feedback by a specific payment category. Let's choose cash as a payment category. Once we choose cash as a payment category, we would understand the NPS score given by this particular section of customers. Like we can also switch over to the daily view and see the NPS as per a daily range. Now let's suppose you have a daily meeting in the morning and you would want to report this data. All you have to do is click on the tabular view and click on the CSV download option and you have your data downloaded. You can just straight away go to the boardroom and present this data over there. And also, let's suppose you want to view the complete feedback given by this particular customer. You can click on the customer name. You will be taken to the customer specific details screen where you would see the customer details, the personal info, the overall experience score given by the customer, the rating given by the customer against each category, and who is this issue currently assigned to. Now, if there are any categories showing in red, that means those issues are assigned to you right now. You can place your comment over here and you can drop the comment. Let's suppose you want to change the status of the issue. You can also quickly change the status over here. This is the timeline of this particular customer. Let's suppose this customer has given several feedbacks over in the past. You would see all the feedbacks over here in the timeline and you can click on any one particular date period and the data towards the left changes as per that. Now we can quickly go back to the overview report. We've now seen how to use NPS overview report. Let's understand how to use NPS by segment. You can access NPS by segment report in the very same place as you access NPS overview. You can click on NPS by segment report. This report looks very much similar to your NPS overview report. The only difference over here is you have various segments in the x-axis. You can switch between various segments by clicking on these bubbles given here. Now I will switch from age group as a segment to room type as a segment. Now for the specific date period given here, you would understand the NPS score of this particular section of customers. You can further filter down this particular data by using filters. Let's suppose I want to filter it down as per the payment category. Now let's suppose I choose the payment category as cash. So as soon as I choose cash, the data is filtered down as the customers who have paid me via cash and have stayed in these different room types. I can also download this data by clicking on the view table report and download. This is your by segment report. Similarly, you have your CSAT overview report where all your CSAT scores are given against a date range. Here you have 5 different bubbles to switch from. You have your very good, average, poor and very poor. Any customer who rates you 1 is your very poor. A customer who rates you 2 is poor. A customer who rates you 3 is average. A customer who rates his experience 4 is good. A customer who rates you 5 is very good. Okay, this report works similarly as your overview report. You can switch between daily, weekly, and monthly view. You have the filters here. You have the comment section here. And you can also switch to the tabular view. Now let's understand CSAT by segment. Even your CSAT by segment report works similarly as your NPS by segment report. The only additional option over here is you have your 5 bubbles here, whereas in your NPS report you just have 3. That is your detractors, passives, and promoters. Whereas here you can segregate your customers based on the rating given between very poor to very good. Let's go to key metric overview report. Here again you have the date range, you have your filters, and you have a high level analysis of the data, of the feedback data that you've received. You have your all responses overview report where all your responses are shown against the date period. You have your filters again here. You have the date period. Let's suppose you want to download all your feedbacks as a raw dump. You can choose the date period and you can click on get response data in email to receive the data in your email. You would receive the email within 5 to 10 minutes based on the number of feedback that you selected. Now let's understand how to take action on the issue. You can access all your issues by clicking on the hamburger menu and by going to my issues by status. Here all the issues assigned to you are assorted under each bubble. Let me quickly explain you what these bubbles are. New are any issue which is assigned to you right now. Open is once you acknowledge that you viewed the issue, you can change the status from new to open. WIP is your work in progress bucket. RFC is your request for closure, where when you wish to close an issue, you change the status to RFC, and these issues are assigned to your supervisor to verify and close. Once the issues are closed, they would be moved to your closed bucket. Any issue failed to take action within a given specific time would move to your escalated bucket. Once the issue is moved to your escalated bucket, these issues are auto-assigned to your supervisor for them to take further action. And any issue which is overdue would be moved to your overdue bucket, and any issue which is not resolved by the entire team who are supposed to resolve it within a given amount of time would move to unresolved. So once the issues are moved to unresolved, no person in the organization can take action on the issue. Once the issue is at overdue, I would recommend to take action on these issues first, as they would be moved to unresolved in a very short span of time. Now let's quickly see how to take action on issues assigned to you. For this particular customer, the issues assigned to you, and they are assigned against these 2 categories. You would have to take action on every single category assigned to you. You can place your comment here. Once you place your comment, you can switch the status. So once the status is switched, they will move from your one bucket to another bucket. Let's suppose you're working on the issue right now. You can change it to WIP, that is work in progress. They will move to your WIP bucket. Let's suppose you're done working on the issue and you want to close the issue. You can place your comment and change the status to RFC. Once the status is changed to RFC, that means there's a request for closure, and these issues are assigned to your supervisor for them to take further action. Let us see how to close issues later on. Now we've seen how to change it from new to request for closure. For the very same customer, there is another category assigned to you. You would have to again take action on this issue and change it to another status. Similarly, this goes for all the issues assigned to you. You can switch between buckets to see various issues as under each of these buckets. Now let's see how your supervisor closes the issue. Once your supervisor logs in, he goes to his My Issues by status. He would find the request for closure issues under his RFC bucket. And then he would see the comments placed by you and the list of actions taken by you. And once he's happy with the resolution provided by you, he can go ahead and close this issue. Or Let's suppose he's not happy with the resolution provided by you. He can choose to work on the issue by changing the status to WIP. That is work in progress. And then after further action can close the issue. So once the issue, we can close all the issues. Now the very same issues would have been moved to your close bucket since your supervisor has closed the issue. This is how you take action on the issues. And every time an issue is assigned to you, you would be sent an email notification where you would have a click here to take action button at the bottom of the email. Once the button is clicked, you will be auto logged in into Omoto and you will be taken to this page where you can take action on the issue. Similarly, you would also receive a reminder email if in case you have not acted on the issue within a given time. The reminder email looks similar to the issue notification email. Let's suppose you fail to take action on the issue even after the reminder email is sent to you. The issue gets auto-escalated to your supervisor. Once the issue is auto-escalated to your supervisor, both you and your supervisor receive an email notification regarding this. And from there on, the issue is assigned to your supervisor to take action on. Let's suppose the issue is not resolved by any of the team member at from levels 1 to level 5. Then the issue is moved to overdue status, where the issue is assigned to one of the other stakeholders, and they would be the last eligible person to take action on the issue. Let's suppose even they fail to take action on the issue is auto moved to unresolved. And once the issue is moved to unresolved, mind it, no further action can be taken on the issue. Now we've seen how to take action on the issue. Now let's see how to view the issues assigned to your team. You can go to issues assignment overview. You can view the list of issues under each status here. You can switch between the buckets. And you can view the list of issues under each bucket. You can also click on any particular customer's name to see the customer details. Like I mentioned before regarding the summary email, this is one of the summary email for CSAT survey. So we have the total number of responses received, the daily PSI, the number of issues created for the previous day. This is the department-wise PSI, the number of responses received, and then every category is grouped as per department and different data with respect to that particular category is shown here. If we could see, operations was a department where each of these categories lie under that particular department. And so the email goes on this way. Let's suppose you want to download the data from your daily summary email. You can also download your PSI data and your response data from here. And this is one of the summary emails received for an NPS survey. You have the number of responses received, your daily NPS score, the number of issues created, and here is your NPS breakup and number of issues against each status, the number of issues open as of yesterday, the number of issues under work in progress, your unit or city wise details, your channel wise the number of responses and the NPS details, the verbatim comments placed by the customers for detractor and promoter, and the top 3 reasons for unhappy and happy customers for yesterday. And you can also download the responses by clicking on this button here. So this is your NPS summary email. Thank you for watching through the whole video. You can reach out to us anytime on support@omoto.io and we will be happy to assist you. Thanks once again.